What's good, everybody? RJ Shelton here, Off the Top Show, episode 100, Mr. 100, and it's only right that I do it with my brother, man, Mr. Tony Lippett, Mr. Lip, Speak On It podcast himself. What's good, brother?
What's the word, bro? You know it's only right, man. You know, I'm like, he dropping the 100 episode with anybody else, nigga. I'm gonna whoop his ass, nigga, for real.
Oh, Bob, I swear to God, bro. But nah, man, let's get into it, man. And obviously we'll go ahead and I'll reminisce at the end. But for those who have just joined in, please follow, obviously, my good brother Tony Lippett here. He's got his own podcast. It's called Speak On It Podcast. He had dropped a fire episode 2 of them this week. So obviously he's going to go ahead and at the end we'll go ahead and show you all that good stuff. With him being on here, he is our Lions insider, one of our Lions insider for the Detroit Lions. And let's just hop right into it. Man, tough one. Obviously, I've been waiting to hear your perspective. If you haven't heard his perspective, like I said earlier, I think it was episode, 83, I assume, on yours? Episode 83 on his podcast is a very in-depth on what had happened, but we're going to go ahead and get a little bit more, a little bit of a recap as well of what he was talking about. But let's just hop right into it. 31-34, Lions lost, obviously, to the 49ers. Jared Goff, 25 of 41 from the field, 237 yards passing, 1 touchdown. David Montgomery, 15 carries, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. Sam Laporta had 9 receptions for 97 yards. Go down the list of guys that did their thing. Obviously, Gibbs, 12 carries for 45 yards, also caught the ball as well. Williams, who we talked about, in the previous episode before this big game, came out and did what he needed to do and scored right away. I'm like, ooh, shit.
Yeah.
You guys were up comfortably in the first half, excuse me. I'm thinking, okay, this is done deal. We're good to go. I saw everything that I thought what the Packers did, running the football, all that good stuff. And then the second half, it was just a shit show. Guys not making plays, just plays that were not made that ended up killing you guys in the second half. And I was sick. I was a Lions fan that day, and I was disgusted on what I was looking at. But go ahead and talk to me about this briefly. Obviously, we know you've had a spiel on this, but talk to my people on what you grasped from this. Obviously, now I'm moving forward.
Man. So close, man. So close, man. Shit was like heartbreak, man. Just like, it's like you're running a 4x1. First leg go good. Second leg, the exchange is well in the second leg. You get the baton. Yeah, we going, we rolling. Second leg.
Right.
Third leg, got a little lead in the third leg. Fourth leg, they dropped the fucking baton, bro. Oh my God, bro. They didn't drop the baton at the fourth leg in the moment you weren't supposed to drop the baton, man. Heartbreaking loss for the Detroit fans, man, for the Detroit family, man. Like you said, they came out this game, man. It looked like it was gonna be a win. 24-7. And it could have been 30-7 if he would have just kicked those 2 field goals. I don't even know you can pinpoint this on anybody, bro. Because like the players is on the field, you up by 24-7. You can say, Jared Goff, he could do enough to score. He can do enough to hold that lead. But they had some costly turnovers in the second half. Gibbs fumbled the ball. I think they went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, and then that changed the whole momentum of the game. Like as soon as they went for it up 24-7. The 49ers went down there and drove the ball down there and scored. And it just changed the whole momentum, bro. If you kick the field goal, you keep the crowd out of it. You keep the energy down. Yeah. And they just allowed them to come back into the game, man. Then it just went downhill from there, man. 34 unanswered points. 24-7 at halftime. And next thing you look up with like 3-4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, it's 34-24. They literally scored. Well, no, not 34. 27 unanswered points, and it's
Yes.
just like, man, sucks. It sucks, man. It sucks, man. It sucks. But it was a good season for him. It's gonna be tougher next year. Like, it's not gonna be easy. This is the same thing that happened with the Eagles last year that I said. Like, bro, it's hard to get there. It's hard to even be in that contention because now you're not gonna catch anybody by surprise. They're gonna come
Right.
into Detroit knowing what type of team you were last year and your strengths, and they're gonna know to take you serious. So
Right.
you gotta hit when the moment is there, bro. Like, you can't think about, oh, we're gonna make it next year or the year after that, or we're gonna be back in it, we're gonna win. No, it don't work like that. Because every year is different. So a bad loss, man. A bad loss. Being up 24-7 versus that team on the road and then coming back and losing that game. Boy, if you a fan, boy, it's like you got the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows all in 60 minutes. But that's what football is, bro. It's a 60-minute game. It's a 60-minute game, and you have to compete through the entirety of the 60 minutes. But yeah, man, it's definitely a heartbreaking loss, man. But shout out to the Lions, man.
Right.
Ben Johnson is back. He's coming back.
That's
Um,
huge. And I was just going to go ahead and hit on that as well, because once I saw that, right, you're like, man, okay. So is he going to go ahead and take a head coaching job somewhere? Because there's so many guys right now that are getting picked up, that
yeah.
have had a halfway decent season. Prime example, like the guy out of Tampa Bay, basically providing Baker Mayfield with a playbook that he excelled in this year. I forget his name, but you get where I'm trying
Is
to get at with this is that,
Dave Canellis or something like that?
yeah, I think he just got picked up. So this was a huge, huge win for you guys to get Ben Johnson back. Point blank period. I think he definitely needs to be highlighted as well. He did a terrific job this year, play calling, getting guys in space, guys knowing his personnel and knowing what he
But
needs to do on that end.
but he fucked up too. You up
He did.
24-3, bro. You up 24-7. Run the ball. They came out there and they was able to run the ball in the first half. They was able to get yards. They were able to run the ball. Like, David Montgomery was getting yards.
Right.
Jahmyr Gibbs was getting yards. Like, that's when you should have really started to run the ball. And
Right.
I don't know what's up with some of these teams and some of these coordinators to where they just want to they want to always like outsmart themselves sometimes. Just like Kyle Shanahan back in the Super Bowl versus the Patriots. Like, they was up, 28-3, and you want to throw the fucking ball every time? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, sometimes you can be sometimes, bro, football is so simple, bro. It's
For
so
real.
simple. I know we make this shit complex and confusing and all of these different scenarios and tendencies, but bro, the easiest way to get yards is to turn around and hand that motherfucker off. It's so simple,
Man.
bro. Go back to football back in the 30s where they would it wasn't even no throwing passes. It would just hand the ball off, get some yards. When you
Right.
got to lead, hand the ball off, bro. Just hand it off. Simple, bro.
No, absolutely. Granted, besides him that game, regular season
Yeah.
and things like that, he was doing his thing. And I think he's going to be there for some time. But like you said, and I want to hint on that as well, just to keep talking about that, because we're going to obviously talk about obviously the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Ravens, and clearly that Ravens needed to run the football. But why is that with these specific games? Like, try to get too cute or try to go ahead and put up 50 points. Like, anyone, I mean, granted it's heat in the moment, but anyone that knows football and anyone that knows game management, time, all that, run the ball. You're up how many scores? Even if you kick field goals and put points on the board, you're still going to be able to go ahead in the fourth quarter, defense maybe get a stop, or you continue to run the football and you score. That was nagging me the whole time. I'm like, why are they not running the football? Why are they not doing that? And
And
then on
it's
top
like,
of that, what made it
go
worse?
ahead.
What made it worse? And this is my biggest pet peeve, bro. Just of everything, especially when it's this caliber and this high of a game, and you need to be locked in. Guys dropping the football from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah.
I cannot stand that, bro. I don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what's his name? Is it Reynolds?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Come out saying, "Oh, shit happens." No, my buddy. It just doesn't happen. This is the NFC championship game. You've been doing this since you've been a toddler. I don't want to hear shit happens.
But he's not your go-to guy though. Like
But
it's
still, but still,
oh, bro,
Lip, but
oh,
still.
bro, because this is what I had to realize. He's a number 3 or a 4 receiver for a reason, bro. He is that type of
True.
guy for a reason. Because if he caught the ball all the time, he would be a number 1. If he made big plays all the time, he would be a number 1. So when you
Facts.
sit there and throw the ball to a number 3 or a 4 receiver, yeah, you want him to make the play. But he's a number 3 or a number 4 receiver for a reason. If he made those type of catches, he wouldn't be that type of guy. If
It's
Jameson
true.
Williams made more catches and really was able to do his thing, he wouldn't be this man. Hey, I think he's the X factor. I think he can open his offense up. If he was already doing that, I wouldn't say that.
Right.
So it's like you can say that, and then it's like, bro, Jared Goff shouldn't even be put in that situation because he's not that type of quarterback. He's not that type of. And I ain't saying it was a bad throw or anything like that. It was a throw. It was a throw. You threw it to the guy. It was a drop. Whatever. But bro, you gotta understand your quarterback. I know he made some plays this year, but you
Mm-hmm.
still have to understand how he got there and who he is. You have to, bro. Like that's why you should have ran the ball and took the points. You on the road, bro. You don't leave points. So I don't care about your. I don't care what you've been doing all year. Like we watched media all this week. I ain't even been watching this shit all this week at all. But they were
Mm-hmm.
saying. I think I watched it on Monday and that was it. And they were just saying like, oh, that's who he's been all year. He's been that type of coach. So is that ego? I mean, coaches do got egos too. They are human.
Right.
But we've watched him in multiple times this year play his team in bad situations. In basketball they say it's a make or miss lead, right? It's a
Right.
make or miss lead. And there's times that he went for it on 4th down and he converted it. And we give him kudos to that. But when you miss it, now we put emphasis on it. And when you miss that and when you go for it 3 times on a 2-point conversion versus the Cowboys, you get 3 opportunities to kick the field goal and you go for it all 3 times, lose the game. It's just like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? What are you
Right.
doing now? Like that's not like you're not making a decision for the team. You're kind of
Right.
making a decision for your ego, out of ego.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that was a smart thing to do. I just don't. I don't. I think some of their coaching put them in bad situations. They got away from the run while they was up 24-7, and they kind of got scared and panicked, bro. I think they kind of panicked. People were dropping the ball. Say Brown wasn't even targeted like that in the second half, and it's just like this is a game where your big players make big plays. And who are your
Right.
big players? It's not Josh Reynolds. It's
Facts.
not Reynolds. So
No, that's real. Well, that just goes back, obviously, back to Ben Johnson, right? Go ahead and knowing your personnel and getting your big play guys in that situation. So I'm all with you on hearing that and hearing your terminology on getting your playmakers the ball. And clearly he didn't do that in the second half. So, but all in all, to go ahead and, put this up for the 2023-2024 season, where do you, to give a grade for the Detroit Lions, what grade would you give them for this year?
this year, I would give them a B plus. I'll give them a B plus. I think they performed well. They won a division for the first time. They hosted 2 home playoff games, won both of them. Went on the road, competed well, ended up falling short, all the way short, but they had a decent year. This was a good year for the Lions. This was a good year for Detroit. And maybe we're able to, continue this. Maybe this becomes the culture. Maybe this becomes what the Detroit Lions is. a 9 to 11 win team every year, competing to win a division. Hopefully
Right.
that's what it is. It'll be tougher because the division gonna get tougher. You got Jordan Love. Who knows if Chicago Bears draft Caleb Williams? Because if they draft Caleb Williams, shit. And like, who knows who the Vikings quarterback gonna be, and if they're gonna sign Justin Jefferson back, and their defense gonna be better because Brian Flores will be there for a second year, and he's gonna get some more players on that side of the ball. Who knows what they're gonna be? Hey man. But like I said, I give them a B+. Great year for Detroit though. Great year for the Lions. Shout out to what they doing. Shout out to what they did. And it ain't gonna do shit but get tougher next year. So better not be worried about what y'all did last year and or you see how the Eagles went last year.
Man. But no, totally on that. And realistically, to be honest with you, I had talked about this with James, and obviously want to get your take on this as well. Can we go ahead next year and say that the NFC North Division is going to be a top division next year due to all the talent from really every position? Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, defenses as well. Do you think that this is going to be a top 5, maybe even top 3 division next year? Because I feel like there's a lot of great players in each team. Vikings, Packers, Bears, and obviously your Lions. Due to this season that we saw this year, granted, I know that, the Bears in the situation like you said, but I feel like this is going to be a very dominant division within the next 4 years. What do you think on that in regards to, if the NFC North is going to be a top division next year, or were they a top division this year?
I think at the beginning of the season they were a top division, but the Bears kind of fizzled out, and the Packers kind of fizzled out a little bit mid-season. They kind of become, a better team towards late in the season. But in order to be one of the top divisions, bro, your division got to be good like throughout the whole year. I say at least 2 or 3 teams got to be good throughout the whole year, and they kind of fizzled out this year. But I think going into next year, they will be like I would say a top 3 conference in the division. You will have, like I said, you have the Lions, you got the Packers, Jordan Love, you got Jared Goff, you got all the coaching staff, basically the coaching staff back. They'll be another year into their system. Like I said, I don't know what the quarterback situation is going to happen in Minnesota, but we shall see with that. And we don't. Who knows what the Chicago Bears are going to do? They're going to keep Justin Fields. I think if they keep Justin Fields, they would be all right. But I think if they grab Caleb Williams, they would be better than all right. Or at least moving forward, they're going to be, you feel me? Like, if you ask me right now, who would I want to run my team, be my quarterback for the next 10 years? And if I had to pick between Caleb Williams and Justin Fields, I'm picking Caleb Williams. Even before I even see what he's able to do in the NFL, because like I said last year, like early before the season, off season, whatever, I said Caleb Williams is literally, bro, probably the best quarterback prospect coming from college ever to anybody. And I'm just talking about just strictly he being a prospect from college. I don't know what he's gonna do in the league, because you got to see what you can do in the league for you. Like we got to see what you can do when you get there, because it's different. People different for everybody. But just coming from college and the shit that he can do with the ball, and I've been talking about it all year. We already know how special this dude is. Right. If you ask me who I had to choose between, I'll choose Caleb Williams. But I definitely think this one be one of the top divisions for sure.
Bet it up. Well, that right there concludes, obviously, the 2023-2024 season for the NFC North and Detroit Lions. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and still be inside, I guess, the Lions locker room, if you want to say. Draft's going to be coming up, all that good stuff. And next thing you know, within 2-3 months, these guys are back, OTAs. So, brother, man, appreciate you for going ahead and being the insider. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're going to continue this moving forward and all that good stuff. But we can talk briefly about the AFC Championship game. Obviously, we all know about that with the Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to just keep this short and sweet. Never go ahead and bet against Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, Pacheco, and Andy Reid are 4 bad motherfuckers, bro. I've never seen, I mean, we're witnessing right now a dynasty, and it's going to be hard to beat that dynasty. Basically, what I'm going to go ahead and say here to keep this, like I said, easy peasy, short and sweet, is that why, and we talked about running the ball, what the hell was Baltimore doing? What in their outrageous mind for them not, and you said this on your own, obviously, podcast on Speak On It, which was to a T, 4 rushing yards in the second half or total. I don't know which one it was. Either way, if you're not running the football and you guys are a staple of a team of showing that, hey, we don't care what's going on. We're about to bring 2 tight ends in. We're about to run the football. Either about to hand it off to the running back or we're about to run it with Lamar. Why did you not continue and stay to your guns doing that? That pissed me off so bad to a point where it's like, I can't even watch. Like, this game's over with. Like, you're not going to go ahead and expect to beat Kansas City Chiefs and not go ahead and run the football or at least keep the ball longer than expected than the Kansas City did. But Kansas City Chiefs. They got playmakers. They've been in this position before. We said earlier, utilize your playmakers. They do that every time. Prime example, Travis Kelce is right now probably the best tight end to ever touch the turf or grass. If you're in conversation, bro, with Jerry Rice in the postseason, I'm sorry. I love Jerry Rice. There's no one that is at the level where Travis Kelce is right now. Nobody from a tight end position. And obviously, you know about Patrick Mahomes, one of the best, obviously. But I was so sick for the Ravens, and I was irritated by the Ravens because the moment was too big and guys were not I wouldn't say locked in. It just, from all aspect, from coaching, from players, no one was locked in. So talk to me about this game briefly. I know you already said your 2 cents already, but go ahead and tell the world again, brother.
Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time. That's what happened. That's the effect he have on the opposite team when he step on that field. I told you last week. I say, hey, bro, every time Patrick Mahomes touched the ball, you know how people feel like when Steph Curry shoot the 3? You feel like that bitch always going in, bro.
Cash.
Every time it don't matter what angle, it don't matter if you right on him, it don't matter if he coming off a screen, it don't matter about none of that. When Steph Curry shoot the ball, you like, hey, I think it's going in. Even when he missed it, it's like, damn, did he just miss that? No, I think it's going in. That's the effect that Patrick Mahomes has on the football field, bro. That's the effect. Like, he's just, if you watch that game, the way he dominated that game, bro, like, every drive, every play, like, it was just like he was in full control. Like, bruh, it's like everybody else is in Patrick Mahomes' world on that field. Everybody. And it's hard to adjust with that. It's hard to play against somebody like that, bro. It's hard to play with somebody that can make any throw anywhere on the field. Rolling out, in the pocket, anywhere. Short, deep, mid, pass, anywhere. He's great at taking it. He's great at taking what the defense give him. And he's great at taking whatever the fuck he want to. He's smart as hell. He don't make mistakes. Like,
Right.
he do not make these boneheaded mistakes, or at least he don't make them when it's like we don't know Patrick Mahomes to make a mistake. Like, even when he have these games, he throw a couple picks, we just be like, that's not gonna happen all the time. That's Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's just some little janky shit. Like, that's, you got lucky that time. Good job. But we know Patrick Mahomes to not make mistakes and to have full, complete control of the game, and that's what he did. He made he came out the first drive and scored the ball, and he kind of tricked the whole Ravens team. Like, they all started to adjust to him right off the back of the game, and it's just like, bro, it's just 7 points. Like, no matter how it looked, no matter what he did, it's just 7 points. Go out there and play your game. You've been down 7 points in the first quarter before. Go out
Right.
there, get your points, do your thing. But they couldn't do it. Lamar Jackson, and I'm high on Lamar, bro, and I am. Um, I don't think he played that well, bro. I don't think he played that well. I think he started to like try to play like Patrick. Like he tried to play like Mahomes instead of he tried to play Mahomes' game.
Right.
And I don't even know if that was because of Mahomes. I just think he just tried to play because it wasn't like the score was it was a big league at first. Like the game damn near was tight the whole game. It was 10-3, it was 7-0, it was 7-7, or like 7-10, then 7 to it was close the whole time, but like it was never like fully out of range. But it's like he was pressing every single time. And another, like you said about the running, like the running backs and the rushing attempts, bro. Between the two running backs, they only had 6 carries. They had 6 carries. Like even on the fourth down play that Lamar Jackson has like ran a power and broke for like damn near 20-something yards. It didn't look like he wanted to like really separate. I don't know, bro. Like it's just sometimes these players have these games to where they kind of get to second guessing things. And we all human. We know we've been in moments where we get to second guessing our hands or our feet or, our ability to separate. We're just thinking too much instead of just freely flowing. And I feel like he was in a moment where he was thinking too much. That's what I looked out there and I seen. And when he's thinking too much, he's not reacting. And he's a better reactor than a thinker
Right.
on the field.
Right.
So they need to it just didn't look good, bro. Like it didn't look good. And they still had a chance. At the end of the game, they drove the ball down there. The fourth quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, they have a play, and Zay Flowers catch the big play up the sideline. They go into he gets the flag, some young shit. I think he's gonna grow from that. I think he's gonna be good from that. He's gonna grow. He's gonna learn. But then he fumbled the ball, and it literally just happened last week to the Chiefs. So they still had a chance. Like he scored that ball, now it's 14-17. And now the momentum can kind of change. You put more energy into the defense. And the Ravens defense played well in the second half. They only gave up, I think they only gave up 3 points in the second half. Let me make sure. No, they didn't give up no points in the second half. So the Chiefs did not score a point in the second half. So obviously the defense played really well in the second half. Even, bruh, the first half, everything, they gave up 2 touchdowns. And I remember telling you, like, bro, I don't even think they're going to score 2 touchdowns in this game. The Chiefs. I just didn't think that the Ravens was only going to score 10 points either.
Man.
I didn't think that. Like, I don't think the Ravens choked or anything. I just think Patrick Mahomes is just that damn good. And the Chiefs defense is that damn good. And I don't think Lamar made the defense pay like that. There was times where he could have just took the fuck off, bro. Just run, bro. Play your game. Stop trying to be Peyton Manning. You ain't fucking Peyton, bro. Be who you are, bro. Like I remember saying before the season, like, bro, if Lamar Jackson can just become accurate within 15 yards, out routes, slants, basic routes, over routes, hitches, shit like that, glance routes. If he can just become accurate in that, it will take his game to the next level. But it's like he was a tad bit late to everything on last Sunday. Like, he was just late. I was just like, he just thought he had way more time than he did. And I just think he should have took off a little bit more. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say he choked or he's not a great playoff performer and all of these things that people try to over exaggerate with. I'm gonna just say he lost. And he's gonna learn from that because that's who Lamar is. I think he's a guy that's gonna continue to get this experience. He's gonna learn from that. But they gotta address that running back position, bro. There's no reason that you're the number one rushing attack all year, and your 2 running backs only have 6 carries total. I don't know if y'all didn't want to hand the ball off to them. They was getting stopped a little bit sometimes too. Like Gus Edwards got picked up by a damn safety. Like I ain't saying like the safeties don't be doing no tackling and shit, but you a running back, bro. Like,
Right.
how you let a motherfucker scoop you up? Like, they need to go get Derrick Henry. They need to go get Derrick Henry. They don't need to spend no money on the wide receivers.
None.
Go draft a first round or second round wide receiver that's pretty good. The wide receiver class is pretty damn deep this year. Go find you one you like. Andrews and likely will be back. They'll be ready to go. This is a 12 personnel team.
Yes.
The Ravens are a 12 personnel team. That's what they need to be. Get Derrick Henry hey, we gonna hand the ball off to this motherfucker. They didn't hand the ball off. Like, they just didn't hand it off.
For real.
Like, he's good, bro. Derrick Henry, that need to be their main objective. Because you can win a game on his back. You can't win a game on Gus Edwards' back. You can't. So, and that zone shit they was doing on defense, bro, you can't, bro. They wasn't even rerouting Travis Kelce, bro. He was running wide, like butt naked every single time, bro. If you guard me like that, I'm eating chicken with cheese every play,
every time, and he did, and he did,
bro. He had like 6 or 7 catches in the first quarter. I was like, oh my god, and they
like,
not
what
touching.
you doing? What you
What
doing? And it's crazy. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, y'all have never played zone ever, but now y'all want to just switch it up and play zone against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, thinking that he ain't just gonna sit back there and pick y'all apart as he did. I was just so dumbfounded, just as a Ravens whole, from the OC to the defensive coordinator. I'm like, what's going on? Because if you see Texas, the Texas game that they play, you like, oh shit, these guys look like they trying to win a Super Bowl. Lamar running the football, and all of a sudden it was completely opposite. I don't know, like you said earlier, it might be the Patrick Holmes effect where they see like, oh shit, here goes this guy. He's off that drink again. Like, we ain't gonna mess up. It's over with now. And I really think that's what it was, bro. That's what it was.
Bro.
They saw Patrick Mahomes in that saddle. They started. They went down and scored immediately. And then whatever happened, first off, like you said, and it's just reminding my brain, 3 and out against first drive, you get the ball and it's a 3 and out. To me right there, game was over. There is, and you hit it to a T, and this is why we do this shit. How are you a home team? We've all been there in college. You got them 10 plays you're looking at like, oh yeah, that one's gonna hit for sure. We might save that one on third down. But if we go ahead and have a big play, we calling this one immediately. How do you not home field advantage, big time game being the AFC Championship at home, and you go 3 and out to start the game? The win in your sale is already gone for me. I don't care if it's Chiefs defense, whatever defense. I don't care. No name, no whatever. I don't care who they're playing. How do you not be prepared for that first drive? Because that's the critical drive. You need points. You need at least a field goal. You need something. But then you ahead and throw
positive plays, bro.
Man.
Like, basketball, you need a layup or something. Like, bro, just give me a layup. Let me get a layup so I can see the ball go in the hoop. You can't come out there and 3 and out. Like, what the fuck?
Man. And it was also irritating as well is that they weren't, again, feeding their playmakers. Tell me, Aguilar, you're going to throw to Aguilar on a 3rd and 5? You have freaking and he dropped the shit out the ball. You have OBJ on your team, let alone you have Zay Flowers. Feed them the ball. Feed them the ball. And that's what pissed me off the most, too. Is like you had a guy that was experienced in there in OBJ. Yes, I know Zay Flowers was doing what he needed to do, but clearly he wasn't ready because when he went out to try to go overhead and dive across the pylon, great play by Snead for the Kansas City Chiefs. That guy's a dog. Great IQ play. He about to get paid. But that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you like? He might, like, honest to God, could you say that he might flirt to be the highest paid corner in the league?
I think he's gonna be up there, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he's definitely gonna be.
Dog.
Because he playing man. He ain't
Yeah.
your shit. He might be over top and doing things. And this ain't his, like, he ain't no 1 year wonder. Like, he been doing this shit for, like, even when they was bad last year, like, he still could play corner. Like, I still used to watch Snead,
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, bro, that motherfucker good. Even when West was there, the cornerback for San Francisco right now. Remember West,
Mm-hmm.
Shardavius West, I think he was with the Chiefs before he went to the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And Snead is the reason Snead is the reason he in San Francisco. Because they was like, we got Snead. This dude, he been playing straight since he was a rookie.
Right.
And that all, I don't know how he wasn't an All Pro this year. I don't know how he wasn't a Pro Bowl. Every other game I was watching the Chiefs. I'm like, bro, this dude locking up. Him and McDuffie going crazy. Them boys, hey, that defense, McDuffie, Jones, hey, them boys serious, bro. Them boys can play. But what I was about to say when you said the Patrick Mahomes effect, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I'm trying to think, like, if I ever had this impact, because I know I felt like this when I walked on the field before. I've been on the field before and played against somebody. And I'm like, and you warming up and you looking at them warming up. You like, damn, that's really that motherfucker. You feel me? Like, oh shit. You feel me? Like, I ain't saying like I'm scared or nothing, but I'm
No,
just saying
hell yeah.
like,
Right.
oh shit, that's damn. Like, even if it was in college, high school, little league,
Right.
NFL,
Right.
like you had that time. Like, okay, I've been watching them in film all day. This motherfucker be balling. But then
Right.
you walk out there on the field with them, and you like, okay, like, oh, this is what I'm about to have to deal with. Like, I'll be thinking like, damn, have anybody? I don't know, man. Have I did that to somebody? I'm sure they probably walked out there like, damn, we gotta deal with this motherfucker, man. Because I definitely did. I'm gonna be real and say it. I ain't worried about it because I knew how I was
Right.
coming. But I definitely walked out on the field before, like, oh shit, that's really that. That's really him. Well, it's about to be this about to be a battle. Like, we're gonna have to put our shit together. But you still like a little starstruck a little bit, especially if it's somebody that really
Absolutely.
do things out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was tough, man, for the Baltimore Ravens. I was pulling for him, but Patrick Mahomes, man, that's all I got to say. Them Kansas City Chiefs probably realistically going to win the Super Bowl, and they're going to be a dynasty for the next however long that man Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Ed Reed are around for, because they got it.
Four and
I ain't going to
5
lie.
years.
They got it.
4 and
They got
5
it.
years.
They
4
got
Super
it.
Bowls in 5 years.
That is insane. Insane. Basically, Patrick Mahomes has the NFL in the palm of his hand. Like, y'all thought this was sweet. It don't matter. We still here. This is him. He's just like, all right. So we talk about the Joe Burrows. We talk about the Josh Allens. We talk about who else is
Lamar.
in there? Lamar. We talk about all. It don't matter. That man has every quarterback in the NFL in his hand.
Yeah, that's why I say he had number
Point
one.
blank.
And then ain't nobody close to him. Like, whoever the number 2 quarterback in the league is, they not close to him. Like, he's in the
At
category of
all.
his own. That's why as long as he's playing quarterback, I'm never gonna be like, oh, bro, there's a quarterback out there that's better than him. It's not. It's not. But you want to know what I will tell you?
But
By year 6 for Tom Brady, nobody in the world was saying he was the best quarterback in the league. Nobody in the world was saying he was the best player in the league. Don't shoot the messenger, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Nobody was saying Tom Brady was the best at
no.
quarterback. And I don't know when, bro. I'm just saying. I just feel like if you was, if you was greater early, I understand you won some championships, but I named a lot of people that you had on that team, and it wasn't because of you. All I'm gonna say is, bro, the Chiefs are winning championships because of Patrick Mahomes. I don't give a fuck
Absolutely.
what you talking about, because the Chiefs were a good team before he got there, but
Mm-hmm.
they no Super Bowls. Andy Reid was a good coach, but he didn't have no Super Bowl titles.
Hello. We just gonna go ahead and leave it right then and there, brother. But let's go ahead and move on over to the NBA because obviously our season is complete. Want to get your perspective on some things after I go over these games here. If anyone watched last night, the Milwaukee Bucks lost against the Trailblazers. It's horrible. Can't lose to a team that's 15-33. Damian Lillard homecoming. Simmons played very well, had 24. Giannis had 27. Middleton had 21. Damian had 25. Late game, obviously drew something up. I think it was for Giannis. All in all, came up short. Defense still looks terrible. I know that we have 2 weeks or maybe probably a week and a half until the All-Star game comes for, possibly to figure this thing out. But we need to figure out on that defensive end. But it's going to be scary, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, I couldn't watch the game due to the same things that we were talking about last year about the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis and where he's at. I had to turn the TV off.
Where
is he at? Realistically, you want to know where he's at? I just got off the phone talking about this with Tuj. This man is a elite 4. That's it.
You say he's an elite 4?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not his team anymore, to be honest, if you want my honest take on that.
Wait a minute. It's not his team anymore?
It's not his team.
Who team
it is? It's Damian Lillard's team, clearly. And it needs to be Damian Lillard's team because here's the thing. I understand, he had one for us, but there was pieces around him that helped him. Drew Holiday at that time, Chris Middleton. Obviously, yes, he did have a 50, 10, and 10 to close out. And I could be talking crazy right now, even though it's middle of the season. We are second in the East. Oh, I'm talking. Second in the East, all that stuff. But right now, it's clearly to see that it is not what I see here. If the Bucks really want to go ahead and win championships, like we want to go ahead and do, the ball in key situations, and it was a prime example of it yesterday. We were down, I think, 3 going into the fourth quarter. Go ahead and tie it up. Giannis gets the ball, goes ahead and does Giannis things, goes ahead and tries to get in the paint, lay it up in between 5 guys. And I feel like I say this every single time when I watch a game. I don't care if it's the Pistons that are 4-40. I don't care what it is. Run a play, get obviously other guys involved, aka Damian Lillard, run pick and roll, do something easy. But all in all, what I'm saying is that this is not Giannis's team anymore. This is Damian Lillard's team, and we need to ride Damian Lillard all the way through when it comes to pressure situations. As a Bucks fan, I will feel more appreciative if we go ahead and get the ball to Damian Lillard and actually run something with him, if it's pick and roll and with Brook Lopez or something, or run some type of offense. Because clearly Giannis is not the guy to go ahead and close out games for us. And if anyone would see that, they might be like, okay, cool, or yeah, or this and that. But me personally, I don't want him to close games. Do I want him to be involved in the last play of close games? Absolutely. But he's never been in that position before.
Question.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, and what you just said all of that, and how this is Dame Lillard's team right now. Do you think that's affecting Giannis's reach, and is it impacting his impact that he has on his team on and off the floor? Because he brought in another superstar type player to where where this is the guy that's going to have the ball at the end, and if the shot is made by them, they're going to go and wrap their arms around him and do all this, and it's kind of taking the spotlight a little bit away from Giannis. If you get what I'm saying, like do all of that.
No, I 100% hear you on what you're saying.
Of the Bucks and of Giannis,
Absolutely.
superstardom.
Absolutely. You can tell in his play, bro. You can tell. Prime example. It's like, okay, I've been the guy, you know what I'm saying? I've been the guy, right? Let's just talk about college, you know what I'm saying? You see that guy's like, I've been that guy, but then you just see another guy come in and and feel like another superstar coming in, and he's possibly might be getting accustomed to it because he's been the man there. He's been the man there for however long, right? Since he started there. And now
Going on
that there's another guy that is at the same caliber when it comes to this media and where they put Damian Lillard, that's fucking with him. If you want me to be honest with you, that is completely messing up with his mental. And I would think if he's looking at it like, okay, well, now I need to learn. Either he's taking this as a positive or a negative. And if I'm seeing the play, I'm seeing that he's not quite grasping that. And once he grabs that, okay, I need to learn how to go ahead and play with another superstar, because it looked shitty in the fourth quarter when I was watching it yesterday. And I'm like, oh shit, we about to be out the first round of whoever we play, because there's no gel. They don't gel together. It's too much one-on-one basketball. And you can tell. Like Doc Rivers is in a shitty position to go ahead and try to figure out how he can go ahead and Giannis can go ahead and say, oh, I'm locked in, or I'm all about the team. Man, I'm sick and tired of hearing that shit. Like, you come on after every interview, talk about, we need to get better, this and that, blah, 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 this and the third. Like, bro, if we're going to get better, well, then know your role. And I don't think he's ready to take on that role. And he's going to be, his role is to get on that block and be a four and pick and roll, things like that. You don't have a, you've been in the league for so long, bro. You still can't shoot a three. You still can't shoot a jumper. They're going to give you that every time. And you're probably, 20% possibly, or under 50? It's not hard to beat the Bucks. You go ahead and make Giannis. If you make Giannis shoot probably 10 shots a game, he might not even hit 5 of them bitches, to be honest with you. He might not even hit 3 of them. So this is why we brought in, right, Damian Lillard, to go ahead so he doesn't have to shoot. But granted, yes, he's going to be wide open to take jump shots. But you're seeing right now in Giannis's career where he needs to go ahead and accept the role of what his role needs to be. And he needs to be a high motor forward. Play defense, because clearly yesterday when he was forced to play defense, he played none. And then on the offensive end is Damian Lillard's show.
So where is his value?
His value is at the fourth.
High motor forward. Like, if he don't have the ball in his hand, he can't shoot, he ain't playing defense, he can't close out games. How is he still a superstar?
Because the media has put him in that position. We won. Listen, and I've said this in the past episode. If Kevin Durant's foot was not on the line against the Brooklyn Nets, the Bucks wouldn't even be in this position.
Yeah,
so now that we're at now, we won back then against a Suns team that realistically mediocre. Those were 2 mediocre teams in the championship. Am I right or am I wrong on that?
The Suns and the Bucks?
That was a mediocre championship.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're looking at it from outside looking in, I'm saying it wasn't like, Miami Heat versus the. Exactly.
It wasn't Brian and Steph.
No, it wasn't nothing where it's like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and watch.
It was up there with the Nuggets and the Heat. Like that, it was like, I didn't even watch not one of them finals games.
So I'm saying, because there's no top tier superstar, right? Now that we are literally at this position now where you're getting guys overseas, you got Jokic doing his thing who's not from the country. We're bringing guys in from overseas coming in, so that one guy has got to be Giannis to be that pillar of a guy. So that's the position that he's in. But all I'm saying on here is that it's Damian Lillard's team. Giannis Antetokounmpo needs to accept the role of that he's not going to have the ball in his hands when it comes late in games. And he needs to accept that. And once he accepts that, we are going to have a good opportunity. And I'm saying good opportunity. I'm not going to go ahead and say that we're going to Eastern Conference Finals, this, that, and the third, because to be quite frank with you, I don't even know if we can go ahead and beat the Pacers. I don't even know if we can go ahead and who else is there that's a solid team that's
The
playing well?
Knicks.
The
The
Knicks.
Knicks.
I don't know if we can beat the Knicks. Because it's more than just Giannis. We can't play defense. We can't do nothing. But all in all, here's the thing, and I'm done talking about this. Giannis needs to accept his role. Damian Lillard needs to go ahead and take over in the fourth quarter or crunch time situations. We need to play defense when it matters, and we looked shitty doing that yesterday and lost to a 15 and 33 Portland Trailblazers at home. I mean, at their place. Still, it doesn't matter. We should have won. And really, it's gonna be tough for Doc Rivers because he's gonna have to have that one-on-one with him. Like, hey, listen, I know this was your team. I know you've been here for a long time, but you need to go ahead and accept this role of what we're doing for us to be a champion, to possibly be championships, or to possibly get back there, because that's where it lies right now. And if Giannis doesn't accept that, then we're out the first round. We are out the first round because if we play the Knicks, like you said, if we play the Knicks, or if we play the Pacers, oh shit.
What are y'all?
But it's not looking good. That's all I'm gonna say.
If the playoffs start today, they'll be the two. They'll be the 2 seed. They'll be playing Miami, and you know they have
And
their
I forgot about Miami. Like, bro, I'm
or
trying
the
to tell
Magic.
you. Or the Magic. Shit, the Magic will give us problems.
Yeah,
The Magic will give us problems.
because they'll be playing free. They ain't been in the playoffs in goddamn 10+ years. They'll be playing free as ever, no pressure, and they got a young star on their team too.
Yes.
Banchero, he nice.
He go there and give us 40 every night. He go ahead and make Giannis look like he shouldn't be a superstar, if you want me to be honest with you. Because that boy's been hooping. Because clearly he knows his game. Does Giannis know his game yet, being in the league? Do you think Giannis, realistically, we can both talk about this as well. It's sad to see that Giannis really hasn't found his game yet, bro. It's very sad. From a fan standpoint, it's very sad. As someone that, not saying I'm a basketball expert or I'm a analyst or anything, but you can go ahead and see someone where, prime example, they gave all this scrutiny, all this, oh, he can't shoot the three, or, oh, he can't do this and that. Look at Bron. Bron went, I'm going to say this in regards to this prime situation right now on what LeBron James did to basically shut the naysayers up, right? Oh, he can't shoot a three. What do? He went and worked on it, and he showed you in the game. Oh, he can't go ahead and go down in the paint and go ahead and do what needs to be done. Worked with Akeem Olajuwon and got that footwork right in the paint. They were criticizing him all through Miami, talking about he can't shoot, this, that, and the third. What did he do? Fixed it. Prime example with Giannis. He worked with Akeem Olajuwon. I don't see none of that shit on TV. I don't see none of the shit of him getting on that block. I don't see not a damn thing on TV of him doing none of that shit. And what's crazy when I say that is that he literally can be a dominant four on that block. No one can touch him on that because he's too strong. You trying to tell me you can't grab the ball, go ahead and body it and dunk on him, or over the hook, or floater, or whatever? Let me talk about this shit all day, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's just very sickening about Giannis. So we shall see, man. But let's move on over to the Phoenix Suns here. Obviously, KD came back to town against the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know if you watched that or not, but he had 33 points. The Suns team, obviously, it's middle of the season. They got a lot of shit riding, a lot of shit going on. There was a take today as well. I know we both watch, First Take and all that good stuff. They're talking about which player is in a more, critical position on winning a championship. And I'm going to ask you this, brother, man. Is it KD or Damian Lillard?
Which one is in a more what?
In a more like pivotal moment right now to win the championship. Who needs to win it more?
Right now, like this year?
Right now. this year. Let's say not even this. Let's say this year or next year.
I'm gonna say Dame. I mean, at the end of the day, KD won his championship. Like KD won rings. No matter what you say about him, I mean, it don't matter. He won the championship. He already won Finals MVPs. You know, he won an MVP before. Dame hasn't. So if I'm
Right.
just talking about them two, I'm gonna say Dame. Dame is in a position right now to win. When Dame got traded there, it was like, hey, we can win with Dame. Hey, this is the piece that Giannis probably for sure needed. He needed a closing guard that can, probably go out there and give you 30 points. But, they're missing the defense with Drew Holiday and they're missing, I'm gonna say the camaraderie. I mean, obviously Drew Holiday has been there like the last 3-4 years, right?
Yeah.
So he's been his guard for, a nice little amount of time. He's been there for 3-4 years. Him, Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton, and Giannis, that little group right there has been together for that long. So when you bring in another guy and that don't play defense, that's not favored on defense, a guy that's gonna shoot 10 to 15 3-pointers a night, that can give you 30 points a game, it's on him. It's on Dame Lillard. And it's a win now. It's never been nobody ever held Damian Lillard to the fire. Like, bro, you gotta win this year. He played for Portland. Nobody's ever was like, hey, bro, well, this is a make or break year for him. You gotta win. Like, his career hasn't been on the spotlight like this because he's played in Portland, like I said.
Right.
But now that he's playing with the Bucks and they're on TV, 35, 40 nights a year, they're on all the primetime games. They're in the East, which is another thing. They say the East is easy and all these things. If the East is easy and they are the 2 seed right now, they should be able to get over the hump. They brought him over there to beat the Boston Celtics, to beat the Miami Heat. They lost to Miami Heat. They brought Dame Lillard over there to do that. And now it's like, can you do that now, Dame Lillard?
Right.
Can what you do help us get past the Celtics and the Miami Heat? Because that's what we brought you over here for. So I say it's more pressure on Damian Lillard to win a championship either this year or next year. Kevin Durant, like I said, he won. If he don't ever win a championship again, he's still Kevin Durant. Like, he's still one of the best players in the world. Damian Lillard is not. Damian Lillard, yeah, he's one of those top 75, but you know how I feel about that shit. He's not a better
Man,
player
hell
than
no,
Kyrie.
hell no, hell no.
He not a better player than Kyrie Irving, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit. He's never been a better player than Kyrie Irving. So
Ever since he's entered the league, he's never been better than Kyrie Irving. And I think they came in at the same time, didn't they? Or like a
I
year
don't
apart?
know. Kyrie came in. I think he came in when LeBron went to Miami.
So 14 or 13?
He came. I think he came in 11. I think Kyrie came in 2011 because I remember watching him bust Michigan State ass at Duke. So, I remember watching that. I think it was 2011.
Yep, 2011.
Yep. So he came in 2011. So I don't know when Dame came in, but Kyrie been his number 1 overall pick. He's been a damn wizard since he first, he's literally one of the best college players I've ever seen. He only played 8 games in the college. And
That's
when I
crazy.
I don't know if you watched. Did you see him in college? He only played 8 games.
Bro, yes, I remember him vividly killing Michigan State. But the fact that you only play 8 games in college, and then you go number 1 overall, come on, bro.
Bro, I was like, wait a minute, bro. He out here doing these boys bad, in his bag. I ain't never seen nobody with a bag like that. In college, never. I remember Ty Lawson with North Carolina. He was nice with North Carolina, but he wasn't no fucking Kyrie Irving. He wasn't Kyrie. So, come on, man. We know Kyrie Irving was better than Dame Lillard. He got more playoff success. He's done his thing on the big stage. Come on, bro. I'm not trying to hear that. So like I said, I definitely say Dame. Dame definitely had more pressure on him to get one more than KD.
For sure. That's definitely what I would agree with as well. But let's go ahead and close it out here. There are some NBA games on tonight. Big one tonight though for the LA Lakers. They are at Boston. That one's at 6:30 p.m. 24-25. Give me your spiel on this real quick, and then we'll take these beautiful people out for their week and weekend.
Sick of 'em. Sick of 'em. I mean, I don't really care no more. Cause like I didn't got to the point where like, bro, hey, bro, I would like to see Brian get another championship, but I mean, shit, he got four of them, bro. It don't matter. He got four of them, bro. Like, I'm not one of them people that say, oh, you know, he needs this amount of rings to be better than this guy over here. I think he's the best player to ever play basketball. I think he was the best player in the NBA. I mean, number one best player in the NBA from the time he got in the league till 2021. So I'll say for 19 years in a row, maybe 20, however you want to look at it. For 19 for sure years in a row, he was the best player in the world in basketball. The best. No, and no, it was nothing, no questions about it. He was the best player. So I don't think nobody else can say that. So I'm not even tripping about like I'm not blaming no losses on LeBron. I ain't blaming shit on LeBron because he didn't done way enough. You feel me? Like he didn't already played so many different fucking. He didn't have bro. He didn't have about 5 different primes, bro. So I'm not tripping on nothing that LeBron do right now. This is all icing on the cake. He's the greatest player I've ever seen. He's done his thing, all of that. He's done everything you can do in this game. He won, done it all. So I'm not tripping on him no more. And I really don't care, bro. Like I said, like I'm kind of getting to the point where it's like shit. I'm just gonna enjoy what I can see from him while he's on this court. You feel me? Because it's gonna become an NBA where it ain't gonna be a LeBron James no more. Then you're gonna be stuck with these
Man, don't
players.
say that. Don't say
You're
that.
gonna be you're gonna be stuck with these fucking players that's playing today, bro. And I think these players don't give a fuck about basketball like that. I think they
No,
don't,
they
bro.
don't, bro.
And the game is so watered down, bro. It's low key becoming unwatchable, dog. Like I looked at some halftime scores the day before yesterday, bro. It was 80 to like 75 in the first half. I'm like, bro, I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of seeing the lack of effort. The like everybody's so skilled, but don't nobody really know how to play basketball. It's
Right.
like y'all so skilled and so talented, but y'all really don't know how to hoop. It's crazy. It's crazy that I
But
say that. Like
man, it's like
y'all
they
can do
don't
all
want to.
these.
Man, no, it's more even that, brother. They don't want to compete, bro. There's no competition. There's no like, no, hey, listen, I'm about to bust your ass. Like I'm about to go. You about to go ahead and see what I'm about to do to you, bro, for 48 or 60 minutes or whatever it is. There's none of that no more, bro. And it's crazy because like the halftime scores and things like that. How in the hell do you have 80 points in the first half? That means that there is no defense being played. Y'all are basically just at the rec or at freaking Lifetime Fitness just playing. Like all these guys, right, dropping over 60, right? 73, 60, this, that, and the third. It was no Kobe 81 where he got that out the mud, getting on the block, boom, fade away, and guys playing defense. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that no more, and it's sickening, bro. Hopefully it changes when it comes playoff time, but who knows, man?
But not even playoff time. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about on the day-to-day basis. Like, bro, like besides the Lakers, bro, I don't really be even watching the games. Like, I'll be watching some of them, bro. I'll be watching some of them, bro. But there's some games, bro. I just be like, this shit low key weak, bro. Like,
Right.
I'm tired of seeing 63-point shots a game. I don't. I'm tired of seeing that, bro. I want to see some skill, bro. Somebody getting a post and really working and really like hooping, bro. They not really hooping right now, bro. They just it's just fast break AAU basketball. I don't. Like the only person that's like really hooping right now, you feel me? Shea hooping. Ant be hooping, but sometimes he don't even be considered. Like that's what I was talking about with Ant. Like Shea really be bringing that shit every night.
Yeah, no,
Ant don't.
Shay. No facts. Shay's one of them ones, bro. Like he is, but it's not that he brings it. He brings it every night, obviously, but it's a consistent. He's on your ass every night. Like if you
Yeah,
watch SGA get on that court, he gonna give you at least 28, and it's gonna be fluid every time he get on that court and play. He plays. He wants to win. He shows his presence on that court, and that's what I love about SGA. He comes to play, and he's a certified bucket.
like he ain't going like if he give you 30 points, it's gonna look like the 30 points that he give you all the time. It's not gonna look different. Like it's not gonna one game it's just him shooting threes one game, then the next game it's him going to the rack. Like I understand the variety of shit, but he has his game is consistent.
Right.
Even if he gives 20 or 35, it's
Right.
consistent. He gonna make some shots, he gonna miss some shots. Like, but he gonna give you that same package. Somebody and he played with an edge, bro. I just like the edge he played with. A lot of these guys don't got no edge, bro. A lot of these guys, it's just fucking soft, bro. They just soft, bro. All of them, all of them soft, bro. Like a lot of the guys in the NBA are fucking soft. And like I said, when the LeBron retired, when the KD retired, when Steph retired, them guys that you know what they gonna get all you know that when they step on the court, it's on, bro. Who can you say that about the game? About any young guy in the game like that? You can't really say that because we ain't even seen Shea in the playoffs yet. So
Nope.
we can't say, hey, year to year basis is gonna be on with him. We don't know what the fucking Embiid gonna be doing. I don't even trust Embiid, bro. I don't trust Embiid. I don't trust Luka. But I think they can really score, and I think they talented. But this game is just missing something. It's just it like this game is so rich right now, bro. Like they don't.
They don't
I
care,
don't.
bro.
I don't know, bro. It's just like it's like they really just doing whatever the fuck they want to do now, you know.
Hello.
And I think
Absolutely.
it's just weak. But with the Lakers though, like I said, I don't give a fuck. Hopefully they can make a trade that they can get a dominant wing that they can score and they can do something, make something happen. But shit, if they don't want to do nothing, if they want to be weak, I hope Brian leave. I don't know if he will because I think he like love LA and he's gonna stay in LA. I don't know, but if he does decide to leave, I would be cool with that because the Lakers is wasting his time. And Anthony Davis, I love what Anthony Davis is doing this year, but he's missed multiple fucking years before. Like, he's missed all these type of games, and there's some nights we don't know if he's gonna be good tomorrow night or tonight. We don't know. Like it's just so much you don't know with these guys in the league right now. Like, bro, I knew what Tracy McGrady was gonna do, bro. I watched Tracy McGrady. I knew what Rip Hamilton was gonna do. You feel me? I knew what Ben Wallace I was gonna get. I knew what Ron Artest I was gonna get.
Right.
I knew what Steve Francis I was gonna get. Dirk Nowitzki. I knew what these guys. I knew what Steve Nash was gonna do. A lot of these guys today, they don't play with that same passion, that same edge, that same will, that same determination. It's like they just playing basketball, running around cones and shit. They're just shooting shots. That's it. Oh, pretty 3-pointers. Oh,
Man. And then
72.
there's some
Did you watch highlights of that game that Embiid and Luka scored 70 points?
bro.
Did you watch the highlights?
Yes.
I didn't. I didn't watch the highlights, bro. Because it's like, bro, I don't. For what? To
Yeah.
see motherfuckers on defense not even doing nothing? Nah, I'm good, bro. Oh, you got 73 points? That's what's up, bro. Good job. I'd rather see Kyrie score 70. I'd rather see Shea score 70. I'd rather see, shit, even Brian. Brian scored 70. Kevin Durant. I'd rather see those guys. But nah, bro. This league kind of getting watered down. And hopefully some change or it's gonna be a wrap.
And that's a wrap. Man, brother, man, appreciate you. 100th episode. We started this in February for me of obviously last year. February's coming up. The 1 year anniversary is going to be live. I got a lot of things that I'm trying to put together. But for all my people that have been tuning in, appreciate you a ton. This doesn't go unless you guys go ahead, go on your phones, go on social media pages and click obviously what I got going on and off the top. And on top of that as well, for my brother Tony Lippett, aka Lip, has his own Speak On It podcast. Realistically, if you want the whole backstory, he's the one that really kind of got me into this because I've been watching him do this shit since like 3 years ago or however long he first started. So appreciate you, brother, man. Appreciate all the people that have been tuning in. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Lip, take them out, brother. 100th episode. It's only right that you do it with your partner.
You already know the vibes, man. 100 episode, man. I remember us talking about this shit. And we're like, man, you just gotta stay consistent with this shit. Like, just keep stacking this shit up, bro. It's gonna do its thing, you know. But 100 episodes, man. That's a big deal right there, man. Like I said, congratulations on that shit. You doing your thing. You being consistent with it. We being consistent with it. Shit, man. Let's keep stacking them up, man. Let's keep stacking them up. Keep building.
Absolutely.
Like our shit gonna be bigger than it is what it is in a minute, goddamn.
Oh, my mama.
Coming for y'all, goddamn.
Damn it. Uncle Shay, boy, you better have a cup of that damn bourbon ready, boy, because I'm coming to fight and I'm playing. But like you said, man, all love on this. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. We will see you next week. Peace out, y'all. Have